This is really a question for anybody. You don't have to all answer, but if you went home after our meeting and next week the phone rang in Tokyo or Rio or Lyon, and you answered and it was Barack Obama, and he said to you, what should I do? What are the most important things for me to do? What would your answer be? Does anyone have a Ari?
Show deep respect publicly for other religions than Christian religions.
Anyone else?
Yes. As I've been working these last 2 years in several countries on trade policies, and as an expert to advise the governments, one thing I will say to say to the president, start by demilitarizing the bilateral trade agreements between USA and the different countries.
Can you want to elaborate on that a little?
No, I think that's after the 11th of September. The trade relationships between USA and the trade agreements have been used as a security agreement rather than trade liberalization agreements. So that's why I think it's important to deconstruct these war climates with the country before engaging some building and rebuilding economies and rebuilding concrete and economic relationship.
Thank you.
From a little bit more narrower point of view between bilaterals, I would say if he calls me and Mr. Iba, how are you doing and how is Tokyo? So Obama.
How are your cats?
My 23-year cats. But anyway, I would say please pick up phone and don't waste time with me, but pick up the phone and call my prime minister and tell him, go through all the deregulations that we made under the Bush administration and tell him some of them were a mistake. Some places we do need to be more regulations, like more inspectors on food, which he mentioned, I remember. And also Kyoto Protocol, which he mentioned also about Global Energy Forum. And then go more positive. And I would tell him, please tell your White House staff also go through all the deregulations the past administration went through, and make better regulations and inspections first to build the fundamental human security for all of us. Then democratize negotiations, like Joseph said. And otherwise, as a global village, we need to save entire globe.
Well, I would say three things, which is to warn Barack Obama away from making some errors in the three principal areas of policy commitment that he's made. Energy independence in the United States cannot be built on the back of the most unsustainable way that human beings have devised to produce oil, number one. Number two, don't repeat in Afghanistan the mistakes that were made in Iraq. Canada is in Afghanistan. We have transformed our nation from a peacekeeping nation to one that makes war. Every day that we've been in that country is a day in which personal security in that country has actually declined by every single measure. Barack Obama understands the importance of negotiating with our friends and enemies and regional powers, but he hasn't expressed those policies when it comes to Afghanistan, so don't make the error Bush made in Iraq by repeating it with some surge or a notion that the problems in Afghanistan can be resolved by brute force. They can't. The third is, you said you want to renegotiate NAFTA. It's not the details that are the problem, it's the model. It's a model of trade liberalization which is asserted to the ultimate pinnacle of importance, corporate and commercial rights, submerging and subverting in the process the things that we really do need to care about and achieve, which are human rights, the human right to water, ecological security, social justice. Those need to be the priorities. The tables need to be turned. I think that might be called the counter-revolution.
If I could advise Obama about politics, I will say, first of all, don't use the power of the United States in an imperialist way, imposing burden for other peoples and nations in the world. Second, I will say you must engage U.S. to rebuild what was destroyed, the multilateralism. We need a space where nations are respected, people are respected, and together we find ways of peace and building another world, different world of this one. And third idea, I will say you must maybe rebuild internally the nation, the United States. It was all the debate during the campaign was mainly about U.S. dream, your dream. You must dream, and this dream must be now be fit, like with concrete action. Rebuild this economy and society in a more relocalized way for you to produce here, to sell here, to consume here, not to dumping the world.
Thank you.